Good morning, everybody. At the recording of this video, it is Sunday, November 12th, and we're at EPCOT. We'll be at EPCOT all day, so our park hopping days are in the past, and got the dessert party tonight to look forward to. So during EPCOT Forever, our travel group will be in a party secluded over near the France Pavilion. We'll have that to look forward to tonight. As we make our way in, we've got our mouse ears and backpacks in tow. Yeah, they're not calling for any rain, but it's pretty cloudy out today. Poured last night, and nothing scheduled until rain in the middle of the week, so we'll hope today holds off. So first stop is going to be heading over to Figment because we have a time slot for Nemo and Friends at noon, and then after that I did get a boarding group for Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, which starts at approximately 1:30. So we have our first few stops already somewhat predetermined. Getting our customary photo with the kids at Nemo and Friends. We've gotten one with Nolan, Gavin, and Austin before we had Emmeline, and our last trip we got one with Emmeline, and now we finally got the hat trick, well, hat trick plus one with a picture with Owen as well. But I'm still bummed, and the kids are bummed as well, that they got rid of the chirping seagulls over at the welcome sign for the Seas with Nemo and Friends. Our first attraction for the day is going to be Journeying into Imagination with Figment, a popular one that I loved when I was a child. Now the ride is significantly different than it was then. I was always a Figment fan, and the kids love Figment too, so we're going to get our start here today and then head back to the Seas and then see how our boarding group looks for Guardians. I always like coming in to see the nods to Rick Moranis and also Robin Williams.
Drive-through open house. I'm Dr. Nigel Channing, chairman of the Imagination Institute. This is one of our discoveries, the figment of imagination.
Yeah, I know all about the senses. There's sight, sound, smell, touch, coochie coochie coo, and taste. Taste my chicken. Can I go? Please, please, please.
No, I don't want you out of my sight.
Out of sight? Okay. Come on, everybody. Here we go. But you've got it wrong, Doc. It's not about listening with your ears. It's about listening with your imagination. With F-I-G-M-E-N-T, you can see things differently. Sure, you can see with your eyes, but imagine what you could see if you used your imagination. Just turn your imagination loose and anything can happen. So let the good times roll. Woohoo! You win 1 cent.
Figment, don't! Oh, yeah, that really stinks.
Of course, Doc. The nose knows. One awful wet skunk can send you
I always like when turn on the refrigerator.
Right at the start, everything is new.
After you get off the ride, they've got this imagination lab where the kids can do a lot of different things. This is the melody maker where you move your hands and it'll play different sounds based off of it. And in this area, you jump on the tiles and it makes different sounds. Oh, and there's Figment. I forgot they've got the meet and greet now. The 12th or at least the 13th wonder of the world is the reverse waterfall here at the Imagination Pavilion.
Oh, Dad.
It used to be a 2-floor attraction, but now I believe DVC, it's a DVC lounge at the top of the pavilion. Now we're in the Land Pavilion to ride Living with the Land, which is a boat ride. It's kind of developed a cult following over the past years. It used to be a walk-on, but it's been gaining popularity, mostly because it's really not just educational, it's interesting and it's fun too. Are you ready to learn about agriculture?
When the boat stands.
Voyage of discovery and awareness of the richness, the diversity, the often surprising nature of living with the land. Our journey begins as dramatic and sudden changes are sweeping over the land. The approaching storm may seem violent and destructive to us, but to nature, it's a new beginning in the cycle of life. In the desert, nature has created a very different, but no less beautiful living system. And while this arid landscape may seem lifeless, it is very much alive. The prairie once appeared as desolate as the desert, but over time, rainwater and nutrients gradually penetrated the hard surface of this land. Even the hooves of the mighty buffalo helped create the rich soil, one day become home to the American farm.
As you can see, the Garden Grill, a revolving restaurant, overlooks this scene.
Dad, go to the field now. Dad,
Oh yeah.
Of all the forces at work on the land, humans have had one of the most profound effects. The need to produce food for our growing world led to the enormous use and sometimes overuse of the land. Tomorrow's growing needs for food production, yet still respect the needs of the land. Some of the answers are being discovered just ahead. Welcome to our living laboratory, where scientists from EPCOT and the U.S. Department of Agriculture are exploring innovative ways to produce bountiful harvests now and into the future. The tropics are home to the greatest diversity of plants on the planet. Many of these, like papaya, bananas, cacao, coffee, and rice, are well known around the world. Some, like the water lily, thrive in wet, swampy areas and waterways. All parts of this plant, even the flower petals, are edible. The starchy root of the plant has long been used to make flour for baking.
the best part. Banana.
More than 28 million tons of bananas are eaten annually, making it the most popular fruit in the world.
Banana.
When we mention farming, you probably don't think of fish. But fish farming, or aquaculture, accounts for nearly half of all the seafood consumed globally. Tilapia, bass, and catfish, like the ones you see here, are three of the more popular crops raised by fish farmers. The sustainable system we're using here recycles the water in the tanks. As a result, we're able to save millions of gallons each year. Our strong fish farm produces nearly 5,000 pounds of fish each year to serve in restaurants around Walt Disney World.
Gavin, would you swim in there?
Innovations like this one can play an important role in our efforts to
The fish nibbling at you?
and still
Emlyn, would you swim with the fishes? They nibble at you, nibble, nibble, nibble. Oh, that looks delicious.
That was raw. They will put the shrimp back outside.
Oh, that's
50,000 edible plant species in the world. Most of us are only familiar with the handful that make up our everyday diet. The common grains growing here,
Oh yeah.
maize, sorghum, and millet, plus rice, account for nearly 2/3 of our global food consumption. Learning how to increase yield
Look at that
of these
campfire.
staples is an important goal of research around the world. Using our nutrient film system, this technique precisely controls
Ours
the
never looked like
recycled
that.
water and nutrients. With it, we can produce over 27,000 heads of lettuce a year in this one small area.
NFTs.
Oh, look, yeah. It says 100 on the leaves. It's over here, too. Oh, yeah. Oh! And that's
The future of agriculture may include innovative ideas like this vertical growing system. Plants grown in this way use a fraction of the space required by traditional growing methods. That saves water and increases production. The aquaponics system on your left combines hydroponics with aquaculture. The fish provide a natural source of fertilizer for the plants, and the plants help keep the water clean for the fish. It's another great way to produce more while using less.
We are back under the sea, this time with Nemo and Friends. There's the butt you're not supposed to touch. If you know, you know.
I'm sure we'll see him any minute now. Oh, science is great, there's so much to know. Climb aboard, explorers, it's time to go.
I am looking for my son!
I can help. Oh,
It's Nemo!
where?
I don't know where. That's why.
There he is.
Stop playing games!
Jellies.
Games? I love games. Oh, I'm thinking of something pink and bouncy that looks like a balloon.
Ah, jellyfish!
Oh, that guy. Oh, he's so big.
I wonder if clownfish taste.
See me up now.
Totally, but everybody's looking for you.
When your dad was like, whoa. And then he was like, whoa. Now you're here, so like, whoa. But I saw him.
So much to discover.
See the hidden Mickey in the back? All the rocks.
Starfish would turn our stomachs inside out. I could amuse your friends. You know, I miss the excitement of the dentist's office. Hey, open wide. Have you got any fillings?
This is another nostalgic part of the Seas Pavilion with Nemo and Friends that means a lot to our family, is that we've got a lot of pictures and videos of the kids playing in here through the years, playing with the shark mix-up, and getting their picture taken in Bruce's jaws. So it's fun to see through the years how much they've grown, and brings back fond memories whenever we come back. Oh, all right, I'm here. You guys want your picture taken? And we got a little buddy in there. Another ride that exits in the gift shop, and I did not get out without spending money.
I got cotton candy.
And Austin got his 500th stuffed animal. So I think he's starting a zoo or something at home. But anyway, enough of the seas. We're gonna make our way over to thank the Phoenicians on Spaceship Earth. Even on a cloudy day, this park is so beautiful. If only I timed it right to have a monorail go by. We might skip Moana's Journey of Water today, since we did that with Mom when we were here on Monday of last week. We'll see if we have time. Underneath Spaceship Earth, and it's like a giant wind tunnel. It feels really good. It's only 78 degrees. Pretty humid, but it feels nice and cool. It's enjoyable.
watch your step on the moving platform. The platform
This is a ride that documents the evolution of communication.
Please take small children by the hand and watch your step onto the moving platform.
Welcome aboard. On the map in front of you, please show us where you're from while we input your time travel coordinates.
Struggling to survive until we learn to communicate with one another. Now we can hunt as a team and survive Remember how easy it was to learn your ABCs? Thank the Phoenicians. They invented it.
Thank you, Phoenicians.
You're starting me, we are Aurelia Aduna. Who mean we are Amelia Adeno? It's full.
Call it the first backup system. The books are saved, and with them our dreams of the future. But that is about to change.
I'm sorry, Dr. What number? 1928. Dad, look.
Oh, yeah.
Around the world. All men for man. One triumph for man.
Welcome to the future. Or should I say,
That's
your
me.
future.
It's our pictures.
Thanks to you, the color of the future is green. Your car runs on environmentally friendly fuels, and your green home conserves and generates its own energy. Your garden is filled with fruits and vegetables, grown with recycled water or distilled seawater. Your green home will have its own water recycling system. Without sacrificing your comfort, you can live the good life and the green life.
You believe that you were just up in the golf ball?
Yes. Hey, Dad. What ride are we going on now?
I think Nolan and Mom are going to go on test track. We've come to Club Cool to stop and try the different drinks from around the world on our way over to wait for our boarding group to load for Guardians of the Galaxy. So I don't think I'm going to try the Beverly. I've had it enough to know it just sucks. This is basically a Coca-Cola store,
Some of them
but
are terrible.
on the wall they have 7 or 8 different beverage options.
No.
Which one did you try?
This is hotfish watermelon. Alright. The only one that's not is this one. Oh my god. I like this one.
What's your favorite one?
So far, the
All right, we got Club Cool and all that stuff out of the way. Our boarding group has been called. It's time for us to go on Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. I'm pretty excited, kind of worried. I'm not worried, but Mary and Nolan are, because apparently it's pretty intense for people with motion sickness. Here they come. Let's see the reaction.
It's not as, it's like
How was it?
but not as dark.
My legs feel like jello.
Austin, how was it?
Cool. Yeah, I would
You like it?
again with you. It was pretty intense.
Yeah. My turn. So you guys liked it?
Yes. Yeah. I was like walking ball.
Rider switch time, so Dad's turn to go.
Yep.
Facts have yet to be confirmed. Through my fellow Xandarians working here at the wonders of Xandar, I am discovering more about you Terrans,
This is so cool.
such as your fascination with eating the turkey leg.
So you really liked it?
Yeah. It was so cool.
Holy crap, that was really awesome. Fast, incredibly smooth, and anything Guardians related is always fun too. Did you like it the second time too?
Yeah.
I wonder what song you guys had the first time. Now we're in the gift shop.
I am the Bruno, and I think you will be delighted with our selection.
This is the Wonders of Xandar shop, right as you get off the ride.
I have brought Xandarian goods, as well as items from around the universe for your perusal. Enjoy! If you have any questions, please ask my most capable staff.
So Mary took Nolan, Austin, and Emmeline on test track. I stayed back with Gavin, but he wanted to get his designer's license just like Nolan and Austin did the last time.
Emmeline probably want one too.
Yeah, Emmeline's probably going to want one too.
She's like, can I have one?
Emmeline's just tall enough. She's 40 inches tall, and that's all you need to be to ride test track. So curious to see how she did on it. She said she wants to ride it regardless of how fast it is, but maybe that's just her being a brave 4-year-old. So we'll see. They have a lot of Cars merchandise, and they also have some Cars Land merchandise. As you may know, they've got Cars Land over at Disney's California Adventure, adjacent to Disneyland, but they're selling it here at EPCOT as well. How was it? Did you like it? Just wants the merchandise. Emmeline, how was it? Did you like it?
No.
You didn't like it?
Yeah.
Was it too fast for you?
Yeah, we can get like give it up. She wants
Yeah.
a car. I'm gonna go get a different one. I want a car.
She didn't like it at all.
No, I want a car.
Well, you tried it. I'm proud of
She
you.
wants a car.
Our first booth at the Food and Wine is going to be the fry basket, where we're going to get the fry flight, where it's sea salt, malt vinegar fries, and sweet potato casserole fries, and some barbecue bacon fries. Only if smell-o-vision was a thing right now. Not just the fry flight, but I kind of got my eye on those pickle fries as well. With dill ranch. Anything ranch is up my alley. So here's the fry flight, the 3 of which I don't remember. And then here's my pickle fries. Salt and vinegar.
This is bacon something, and this is the sweet potato.
Next we come to the brewing laboratory, where I'm excited to get the infamous or famous Pickle Milkshake. And there are a couple drinks here that Mary wants to try as well. Kind of a long line, not gonna lie. So I said that they've got a pickle milkshake, and Mary was interested in getting a flight with a couple hard ciders. They have some very interesting wings, especially a peanut butter and jelly sticky wing. And then an unnecessarily spicy yet extremely tasty wing as well. That's where the magic happens. That's where they brew that pickle milkshake.
The cold hard cider.
Tropicolata hard cider.
Sure. Ooh, cheese.
A Bold Rock peach berry. Three Daughters Brewing lemonade. Black raspberry.
You want to try this? I'm trying this first. This one I think is the berry. They're kind of tasteless.
Yeah. I'd rather have a beer. They wouldn't let us mix beer and cider, so we're doing cider.
That one's got a little more flavor to it. The other ones taste kind of like watered down, honestly.
That has a weird taste to it.
Lemonade. That one's raspberry lemonade. I think I get to try it first.
I don't want to try it now. Tell me your thought. The pickle master. Thanks so much for the pickle milkshake. I'm
Here, Austin. Walk
with
behind
the
you.
king. Sure, it's good. Yeah.
It's a cool container.
I love it.
It's good. It's just a slight taste of dill. That dill does hang around a little bit, but other than that, it's kind of like a vanilla shake.
I saw someone with a Bucky's hat.
Did you?
Yeah, Florida with Bucky's stuff.
That's singles.
Hey, can I have a sip again? I love it.
You liked it?
I love it. Even though it's a little sour, but yeah, I like it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it doesn't taste
It's a little too creamy for me.
It tastes like actual cake.
You want to
Did
take
you like
a
it,
little
Emily?
sip of this?
This tastes like pickle.
Does it taste like pickles?
She's like, I like pickles.
She hates pickles. She hates pickles. Now it's starting to be dinner time in World Showcase during Food and Wine on a weekend. Certainly always going to be busy.
Irgendjemand liegt im Mann. Dichter als ein Dichter hängte nur an dem Trichter. Jeder mischt Benzin und gibt seegelernte Gesichter. Und dann kommt der Beat, wie auf Lastenbatterie. Dreht sich meine Seele von dem Körper, hör ein bisschen ziehen. Alle nicken mit dem.
And in Germany we got, what are these called?
This is the apple strudel. And this is something funky, but basically it's pasta grande. However you say that.
Cheese and potatoes?
Yeah, basically. But it's pasta and cheese.
In Germany, they have this little train village that's huge. And up front, in the town center, you can see they've got miniature food and wine flags that match what are up all over the park. It's so neat. just the line and the stage for the Eat to the Beat concert. All throughout the entire festival, they've had different artists, new and old, playing, and 38 Special is playing tonight. And to my left is the American Pavilion, and a heck of a lot of people. But I am on the search for sushi in Japan. Here's the Japan Pavilion. The fire taco roll is calling my name. I've had it on my short list for quite a while now, so let's see what it's like. Sushi acquired. And the perfect thing is I don't really have to share because nobody else wants it. First signs of lights on Spaceship Earth. 5:40 p.m. Wind's starting to pick up. It's starting to feel a little bit cool. 73 degrees. And a little bit later we will be just over here for our dessert party. Our next stop is in Morocco at the Tangerine Cafe, where we're doing another hard cider flight. Three Daughters Brewing. It felt like we already did that one.
Same brand.
Okay, same brand.
Except they said the raspberry is replaced with the tangerine.
And then Blake's hard cider. I got a lamb kebab. All I know it's lamb with some vegetables. I see a garbanzo bean on there. And then what is this thing?
This is a pistachio cake.
A pistachio cake. Just looking at Spaceship Earth all lit up. It never gets old. All right, we're making our way into France. We're gonna ride Remy and get some food for the kids, and get ready for some fireworks.
And ride Frozen after.
Oh yeah, and part of the dessert party is that we get escorted over to Frozen.
No, that's after.
After the fireworks, and we get to have a private ride. Walking through Paris on a cool, breezy November's night. Try not to lose kids in the process. Especially that one. So the time is ticking down until our dessert party at 8 o'clock. We're stopping to get some maple popcorn so Mary can fill up her gallon Ziploc bag for the ride home. And I'm kind of full, but I kind of want to try the filet that they have in their Canada booth for Food and Wine. So we're at our dessert party. As you can see, there are a bunch of tables set up right on the World Showcase Lagoon, where we're going to be watching fireworks in an hour. But before then, we get to indulge on all of the snacks, Mickey bars, baked goods, pop, whatnot, and ice cream that we want. So, pretty sweet. Mickey-shaped Rice Krispie treats, cupcakes. Flame is lit around the lagoon. Sandwich, please. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
It's melting.
Oh, because of the fire. You just ate so much cereal. I ate
What do you think? Good?
Here's a fun fact.
What's your fun fact?
It's actually about Frozen, the ride we're riding after this.
Speak right here.
So, did you know if you break down in front of Elsa and you're like there for long enough, they actually program her to wave and smile at the bow.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
TPM did said that on a video.
That'd be cool to see.
I know, but we're probably not going to break down in front of her.
Well, you never know.
Welcome to the future. Or should I say, your future? If we can dream it, then we can do it. Yes, we can.
Imagination works best when it's set free.
fun.
We're now being escorted over to Frozen to ride just with our group. It's pretty cool. So as we're walking through this line being escorted, you can see the cast member behind me with a yellow wand as the end of our escort line.
You definitely will. They're all along the road.
There's a lot of Disney 100 Years of Wonder bulbs up that tree. Oh, after an unforeseen diaper situation, we are on our way to Frozen Ever After. Park closed a half hour ago, and we got our own private escort. Well, with our group. Come on, guys. And this is what it looks like going into Frozen.
With the baby 7. Perfect. Rows 1 and 2.
Thank you.
1 and 2. 1 and 2.
Thank you, thank you.
1 and 2. 1 and 2.
Hold on to your stuff tight, guys. Watch your step, bud. You got it?
Come on, I know you do. Elsa's made a magic winter show with summer snow for Sven and you. We're going up to Elsa's ice house. You and you and you, all of you. See you there.
We're all alone.
On a day very much like today, honor saved her sister with an unselfish act of true love and full of frozen heart.
Wow, that was awesome, guys. We had it all to ourselves. Oh, we made it. Oh, bunch of soggy bottom boys here. My butt's wet. We were the last ones on. Luckily, we made it though. Oh, that is the cap off a fun long day at Epcot.
Years, that fence, that car, that like fence is gonna be almost. Oh well, Disney will probably take care of it. So I'd say next year that's
Closed down Galaxy's Edge the other day. Now we're closing down Epcot. And then we gotta wake up early to do it all again tomorrow at Animal Kingdom. Walking through Mexico. Home of the Grand Fiesta Tour, and looking around, we've got sidewalks to ourselves.
Other than workers.
Other than the cast members. As Mary said, it's weird to be able to just walk spread out, not having to worry about diving in and out of traffic.
I thought they already turned that off. Dad, do you know what they turned the lights on the spaceship? Mom, I like it. No, it's lit up. Well, yeah, the lights are on. But the
ride? No, probably not. They shut all the rides down. That's why Frozen was shut down.
Well, last person in line while the park's still open.
I wonder where it's right.
Yeah.
I wonder if Dad. The Remy ride on. It would be cool. They're like on Spaceship Earth.
Look at the Christmas tree.
That's a big
Alright, to see if my Magic Band Plus works with these things.
See, it's lighting up.
They're supposed to play music, but the park's closed, so they might not be doing it now.
But it's at least lighting up.
Yeah.
Our Magic Bands do in your pocket. People are not supposed to be here.
You guys want to get a picture taken? Oh, sweet. Awesome, the PhotoPass photographers are still here. Awesome. Oh, look at this sight. Straight on of Mickey and the 100th anniversary statue with Spaceship Earth.
Dad, you should take a photo of that.
Oh, I will. That is so cool. All right, here, watch out, bud. Yeah. Wow, look at this.
It all started by a mouse. I can show you video.
This is the best part of either having a...
What? There's 100 coins.
Oh, cool.
Oh, Matt, what is that? On the Figment ride, I don't know if we saw malfunction on Figment. I don't know.
The best part of having a dessert party or even a reservation at or just a little bit after park closing is that once you get out, you get to see just a lot of empty concrete that's usually occupied by a lot of people during the day. And not just the pictures, but the feeling of having the entire park to yourself, even for a little bit, is pretty cool. And you never know, you might walk a little bit slower exiting the park than you normally would. Let the cars clear out. Taking a slight detour. I wanted to come and see the Nova Corps ship at night in the Guardians building.
No, they have mystery.
Oh, wow. There's nobody here.
This is sick. Go wait. Basically, use Discovery Island.
Might regret it in the morning. Well, probably won't regret it, but we'll certainly pay for it.
This isn't that late compared to some other nights.
True.
Now new life is dead. We should get those lights and we should put them on the house.
We've been to the Christmas party before, and then we also were at an after hours, not an after hours, just extended hours at Magic Kingdom until 1 a.m., 1:30 or so.
That's gonna be Friday.
Yeah. With that, one last look at that beauty. Until next time. Well, that's going to do it from us tonight at EPCOT. It was a long but very fun day. We got quite a bit of rides in. We got to ride Guardians for the first time. That was awesome. I really enjoyed that. And then we had a dessert party where it was not crowded. Felt like when we were at Happily Ever After at Magic Kingdom last week, we were like trying to fend for our lives just in the madness of all of the people. So the dessert party for fireworks at EPCOT was great because we were at tables in our own little area, and then once the fireworks started, we walked down to this own wide open area and right on the water, and the fireworks were right there. And then lastly, anytime that we get to close down a park and walk out with empty pathways and just to be able to take pictures galore at the beautiful, iconic attractions is always pretty cool too. So all in all, fantastic day. We're going to pick up right where we left off tomorrow. We're going to Animal Kingdom. Our traveling homeschoolers group has an educational program in the evening, so that will be the kind of the bookend of tomorrow. But yeah, 3 park days left. Tomorrow, Animal Kingdom, and then we'll go back to Magic Kingdom and then wrap it up at Hollywood Studios later in the week. So still long way to go, but it's going to go pretty fast. So from the parking lot at EPCOT, thanks for following along, and we'll see you next time.
The end, or should I say the beginning, of your future.